Late last year, Portuguese wet lease specialist Highfly became the first company to ever land an A340 in Antarctica. The jet flew from Cape Town to the frozen continent on November 2nd using a 19-year-old Praetor configured to carry both passengers and cargo. Although it took place a few months ago, let's take a look back at this record-setting endeavour. The trip took place because Highfly was contracted to fly a return service from Cape Town to Wolf's Fang Runway, Antarctica, or WFR. The purpose of this trip was to set up a base for a tour operator for the winter season. That tour operator, White Desert, is a firm that offers once-in-a-lifetime experiences on the continent between November and January each year. To date, White Desert has mainly used a much smaller Gulfstream 550 for its operations, an aircraft with an impressive payload against its flying range. But the firm told Simple Flying previously that it was eyeing the larger A340 for its operations. The aircraft's increased capacity would allow White Desert to provide transportation to scientists working on the base as well as their own tourists. The A340, tasked with the honour of being the first to land in Antarctica, was Highfly's 19-year-old Niner Hotel Sierra Oscar Lima, an Airbus A340-300 that's been with the carrier since January 2018. The jet was originally configured with 36 business and 218 economy seats, but was reconfigured as a Praetor with 24 passenger seats and lots of space for cargo amid the pandemic. On board the flight from Cape Town were 23 passengers, all staff from White Desert, as well as most of the ground support equipment required for the tourist season. The trip would take 5 hours and 10 minutes down and 5 hours 20 minutes back. As there are no refueling facilities at WFR, Highfly had to tanker down enough fuel for the return trip too, a weight of 77 tons. Captain Carlos Mirpuri, also Vice President of Highfly, commented on the trip saying, "The aircraft is an A340-313 HGW or high gross weight with a maximum takeoff weight of 275 tons. It's an airplane that delivers every time. Robust, comfortable and safe, performs well in this environment. Its 4-engine redundancy and very long range make it the ideal airplane for this type of mission." Mirpuri noted that the weather for the trip was perfect. As these flights approach the airport, a specialist car drives down the blue ice runway taking measurements to inform the crew of the conditions on arrival. Mirpuri said that the friction was enough for the quadjet, and so they continued their descent. One can imagine that the first ever landing of such a large aircraft was cause for apprehension, but Mirpuri and his team did a textbook job, with turnaround completed faster than anticipated. Since the first flight, the aircraft has been used to operate additional tourist, crew transportation and cargo flights to Antarctica, with recent missions appearing to take place in December and February. What do you think of this achievement? Do you think we could ever see an even larger jet fly to Antarctica one day? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.